All right, boys, we are back, and it's time to head into the offseason. Year two has finished up, at least for us. All right, the Carolina Hurricanes, they're moving on to the Stanley Cup Finals. And it was a good year. It was a successful year. All right, the Washington Capitals were finally able to break through the glass ceiling known as the second round. All right, seems like every year they always get kicked out in the second round. But we made it past the second round. We actually got to the third round. It doesn't matter about the scout. All right, but again, a bad ending to the third round. Didn't win a single game. Got swept out. All right, but again, progress was made. So we got to go into the offseason here. I'd say our team is going to be very similar going into next year. All right, yeah, I don't need to do any scouting because we don't have any draft picks for like the first 3 rounds this year. I'm not going to be moving up in the draft, trading away prospects or guys on our team. All right, remember last year we were first in the Eastern Conference. I don't know. It was just a bit of a weird series there against Carolina. They just dealt with us. Erik Johnson getting injured didn't help. All right. I'm not gonna say that we would have won if Erik Johnson was on our team. I'm not gonna say that. All right. But hopefully guys like Braden Holtby get better. Erik Johnson, Jake Gardner, Alsner, and Carlson. Hopefully our whole defensive core get better. Our goalie gets better. Some of our forwards like Johansson get better. All right. Hopefully I can re-sign Datsuk. That's the big thing. Is Datsuk going to retire or not? Oh my God, we didn't even lose to the Stanley Cup champions. All right, the Carolina Hurricanes lost to the LA Kings. The LA Kings win the Stanley Cup 2 times in 3 years, basically. All right. Oh my goodness gracious. All right, so we're going to do everything we can in this video. We're going to do the draft, which shouldn't take long because we're not going to have any good draft picks this year. We're going to do, we'll check out the awards. We'll do all that good stuff, all right? And then we'll try to re-sign everyone. All right, but I don't think it's going to be too busy of a draft day. I'm not going to be trading away many players here. Like Datsuk would be the one player that I would want to trade away, but I can't trade him away because he only has 1 year left on his deal. So it's either re-sign or let him go to free agency. And a player that good, I mean, I should just re-sign him just to trade him, you know what I mean? So hang on, let's just go down through the retirements here. Let's see if we have anyone retired. Nope. All right, so Datsuk did not retire, so that's good for us. And goalies, all right, there you go. There's the goalie. Ooh, New Jersey lost Brodeur and Hedberg. I should probably try to get their first-round pick, man, for next year. They don't have a goalie. Or maybe they do. I don't even know. All right, so, let me just keep going up here. Prospects game. No, I don't need to see the prospects game. Yep. Yep. All right, so we're here. We're at the draft. All right, let's check out, what's it called? Let us check out the awards for the team here. Awards. Okay, so you got the Stanley Cup champions 2 times in 3 years. Your LA Kings, all right, not too bad. President's Trophy, the Minnesota Wild. Wow, pretty good team, and they're only getting better. Clarence S. Campbell, the LA Kings. Yeah, we knew that. The Western Conference. And the Prince of Wales goes to the Carolina Hurricanes. They made it to the finals. The Art Ross Trophy goes to Patrick Kane. All right. Hart Memorial, Alex Stalock. Who the hell is that? Is that a goalie? Awarded to the player most judged valuable to his team, Alex Stalock. I don't even know who the hell that is. James Norris Memorial Trophy, Dmitry Kulikov. Lady Bing, Patrick Kane, Calder Memorial, Jonathan Huberdeau, Conn Smythe, Simone Gagne, Vezina Trophy, Alex Stalock. Who the hell is this Alex Stalock guy? William and Jen. Alex Stalock. Who the hell is... I'm going to have to check this out. He's definitely a goalie. Yeah, he's definitely a goalie. I'm going to check this out afterwards. All right. Bill Masterton, Greg Zanin, Frank J. Selke, Pavel Datsuk. We got him on our team now, so that's good. Ted Lindsay, Alex Stalock. He's won 4 awards. Who the hell is this guy? Maurice Richard, Alexander Ovechkin. Hell yeah. 2nd year in a row. Let's check out this Alex Stalock guy. No clue who he is, but he took home a crap load of hardware this year. Oh, I can't go to view lines. Let me go to contracts. Hang on. Contracts. Let's see. I have no clue. The name sounds familiar, but it doesn't sound like a good name. Doesn't sound like a name that has been good in other GMs for me. Hang on a sec. Stalock, what the 26 years old, so he's not a prospect. He must have been already in this game. 4.7 mil for the next 4 years. 85 overall, and he's only a 3.5-star goalie, and he made it all the way up to 85 overall. Holy crap. It's amazing. That guy jumped real well. Was this his first year as well? This is his first year in the NHL. They must have had him in like the minors or in their system, and all of a sudden he jumps to 85 overall. They sign him, and he freaking wins 44 games for them this year. Jesus. All right, Alex Stalock, a new goalie. He took Niemi's job, man. But now the San Jose Sharks got like over friggin' almost 9 mil tied up in their goalies. Ugh, wouldn't want to be them. And all that money tied up in their forwards as well. Jeez, they're going to have no depth. All right, so yeah, I checked out that goalie for you. Now, what I want to do is we'll check out the scouting report, even though I know I'm not going to move up in the draft. Yeah, I mean, Sam Reinhart is always the number one guy in year 2. And that's pretty much it. There's only one 4.5-star player, all right, Sam Reinhart. So I can maybe move up in the draft, but it's gonna require trading away players that I need for next year or prospects that I need for like 3 or 4 years from now. And look, there's actually 2 top 4.5-star goalies, but we know we don't need a goalie because we have a 4.5-star goalie, Klein, excuse me. He's going to be ready, hopefully, by next year, the year after that. All right, and Braden Holtby, basically, who's our number 1 starter right now. And he had a pretty good year last year, and hopefully he's getting better. All right, so we know we don't have to go for a goalie. We know we're not going for Sam Reinhart. I think it's going to be a very, very slow draft day today. All right, I don't see myself making any trades here at all. All right, we don't have anybody that we can trade. I take that back. We can trade people away, but I don't want to trade people away. All right, so Phoenix, the number 1 draft pick. Let's just see. Yeah, we didn't have a first-round pick. Let's see what our draft picks are. Yeah, we don't have any drafts for this year at all. All right, it's all next year. All right, so I'm not trading away any draft picks to get draft picks for this year. All right, and the players that I could trade away, no. And then I get down into our prospects, which I want to keep. So, no, we're not making any trades in this draft. We're not doing anything. We're just going to allow it to go through. All right, we are not a rebuilding team. We had a good year last year. Remember, first in the East, 3rd round appearance. We just ran into a hot Carolina Hurricanes. Couldn't solve Cam Ward. Okay, but hopefully for next year, again, Braden Holtby, hopefully he's going to be better. Hopefully our whole defensive core will be better. All that good stuff. All right. So, yeah, we just did the draft. It was a slow draft day for the Washington Capitals, but let's start the re-sign stage, and this is going to be a big one. We got Jake Gardiner to sign, all right? We have Pavel Datsyuk. Paul Stastny, is he going to drop his price from like 6.6 or 6 mil or whatever it was? I'd like to get Paul Stastny for around 4.5 to 5 mil. I wouldn't want to go above 5 mil for Paul Stastny. But on the other hand, he had like a really good season this year. I think he had like 60 points. So at the other side of it, he kind of is worth a good 5.5, 6 mil. All right, if you go by today's standards, the 60-point season is pretty good. All right, so yeah, let's check out the goalies here. Woo! Look at Braden Holtby. He jumped all the way to 86. So Braden Holtby is going to be a really good goalie for next year, and he still has 4 gold stars. So he could even get a little bit better. But the real story is Norbert Klein. Look at this guy. He's already jumped all the way up to 85 overall. Now I know what you guys are already saying. You got to play Klein next year. Well, what we can do is do a 2-to-loss ratio, right? But I'm going back to what I said before. Holtby is our starter, no matter what. Remember, Klein still has, he still has 2 years left on his minor league deal, all right? So there's no reason to make Klein the number 1 starter until we have to give him a legitimate contract. Okay, so at least for the next 2 years, Holtby is the guy, unless Klein can prove with his stats during the regular season that he is the better goalie. But Holtby gets the start, all right? Holtby gets the day 1 start. But that's good. We got a 1-2 punch in net once again. I'm liking it. Brent Johnson, no, we can release you now. We don't need a backup because this Oscar Dance guy, see what I said about 3 green stars? They actually do get pretty good. He's already in the mid-70s, so that's a perfect minor league goalie for us. So we have our goalie situation perfectly set up. That's good. Defenseman. All right, so we got to get Jake Gardiner signed. Okay, so let me see here. Let me see. Yeah, I want to get Jake Gardiner signed right now. Let me see what these other defensemen are signed for. We got them for 1, 2. Okay, so Alzner needs to be signed in 2 years. Oh, we got 2 more years with Alzner, and then on the 3rd year, right? 3. Johnson is up in 3 years. 4. And Carlson's up in 4 years. So we got 2 with all of them, 3 with Johnson, 4 with Carlson. Okay, so Jake Gardiner. You know, Jake Gardiner is 23 years old. He's 87. Has he jumped to a top 2 defenseman yet? No, he's still a top 4, but he's getting there. All right. I'd like to sign him as long as I can. I know I got to try and sign Pavel Datsyuk, but Jake Gardiner is a player that you want to try and sign for as long as you can. Look, he only wants 4.9 mil. I'd be willing to give Jake Gardiner a good 6 mil, man. He's like 87 overall. And he's only getting better still. So hang on, 4 years at 4.9. I could get him for like 4 years at 4.4, but let's jack it up here a little bit. How much could I get for 8 years? Damn, 8 years I could maybe get like a 5.5. I could get Jake Gardner long-term here, boys. But if I could go down to 5.7, then I could get 5.25. You know what? I'm going to go 8 years at 5.5. 5.555. All right, that's real good. Yeah, that's real good for Jake Gardner. 8 years at 5.555. Hell yeah, that is real good for Jake Gardner. I'll sign him right now. Sign him right now, all right? Schultz, we're going to hold off on you. Stewart, we're going to hold off on you. Hillen, we're going to hold off on all these playoff injury guys, right? Because we can re-sign them for two-way deals. That's no problem. Bouillon, we'll hold off on. Actually, Bouillon I can let go of. We have a lot of them. Yep. Yeah. More. Oh, look at Josh Morrissey. Yeah, okay. So Josh Morrissey, he jumped up to 72. I don't think he's ready just yet, though. I think one more year. Offensive defenseman. His shot is looking really good. His passing and puck control is looking really good. But his body checking, very weak. His physical, his body checking category is actually not that bad, but his physical category is pretty weak. And his defensive category is pretty weak as well. If I was going to play this guy, I would want him on top 4. But we already have a top 4. Carlson, Alsner, Johnson, and Gardner. So unless he's ready to take on a defensive role, Schultz and Stewart, I still think would be a better 1-2 punch on the top 6, especially for penalty killing, all that good stuff, all right? He's not bad. He's really good offensively, but I don't think he's there. He's not there just yet. Offensive awareness is only 80 and poise is 65. I think one more year for Morrissey, and then he gives us a solid 3 years from years 3 or 4, 5, and 6, basically. All right. So I'm gonna say no to Morrissey. We still need Schultz and Stewart, I think. Okay. Fleming. I will release this Fleming guy. Perfect. Bystrom. All right, so Bystrom is the 3.5-star guy. Now, he could jump up to a really good overall at any time now, so I want to give him a 1-year deal because if he turns out to be a top 6 defenseman, I want to sign him long-term for like 1.5 or something. That would be great. All right, so that's all the defensemen taken care of. Right wingers, Pear, possibly an injury guy for us. I'll leave him. Stevens, nothing too special. I won't sign him. Left wingers, let's see here. Ovechkin, yep. How many years do we still have Ovechkin for? 1, 2, 3... Okay, so we still have Ovechkin for 3. Same thing as Johnson. So that's going to be a big cap here. It's going to be we're going to have to re-sign Johnson and Ovechkin. All right. So yeah, we'll set up a lot of the deals that we know maybe we won't hold these guys on for too long. 3 years. That's the contract switch over basically. Kuhlman will hold off on. Penner will hold off on. Chimera hold. Mass hold. All these guys will hold off on. Yeah, we'll hold off on all those guys. Centers. Pavel Datsyuk. So we got to offer this guy a contract. Now, how much does he want? Ooh, $9.3 million. All right, we'll hold off on Pavel Datsyuk. We got bigger fish to fry right now. All right, so Paul Stastny. Now, this guy, he had a really good year last year, right? What was his point totals last year? Yeah, I mean, he had 60 points on the second line last year. That's a really good second line center, and he's really good defensively. So, I mean, this guy is technically worth like 5.56 million. All right, if you go by some of the salary, that some of the real NHL players get. But I would like to give this guy 4.5 to 5 mil. So let's see if we can get. Oh my God, he wants 6.2. You bastard! All right, for 5 years. Yeah, he wants 6.2. Okay, you know what I'll try? I'll try the first time. I'll try to bring him down a little bit. All right, I'll try to bring him down to 5 mil just because sometimes you can negotiate with them. 5 years at 5 mil, Paul. Let's just try to negotiate a little bit. Zach Hamill. Ooh, look at Zach Hamill. He jumped to an 80 overall. The only thing I don't like about Zach Hamill is he's not a bad third. You know what? He can play on the third line now. It's just I wish he was more of a two-way or power forward or a grinder. He's got okay defensive awareness, but weak physical. He's not bad. You know what? He can play in the third line this year. Yeah, he can play in the third line. It's not bad. Johansson. Look at Johansson. He's still only 80 overall, man. This guy is not growing at all. Not growing at all. Passing is still only 84s. His shot is only 84s. Defensive awareness is only 83. I mean, he's lucky that I'm only paying him 1.9 mil, but and it's for another 3 years. You know, I got to keep him, but man, I was hoping he'd be like an 82, 83 this year. I mean, he is 4-star, but not to be, he's not it. All right, so all these other players I'll hold off on. Nordstrom, yeah, these young guns I can give deals to. 1 year because they may get better next year, the same as before. Teravainen, 1 year, yep. Boyce Rochval. Oh, no. Oh, I went to buy out. My bad. No. Don't want to buy out JBR. He's already signed. That's why. Okay, perfect. Okay, so yeah, we don't want to go to Datsuk just yet. Let's see what Paul Stastny. I'm pretty sure Paul Stastny is going to say no. I want to see if Jake Gardiner says yes. I would love to be able to sign Jake Gardiner for 8 years at 5.555. All right, so yeah, we knew Paul Stastny was going to say no. Jake Gardiner is back on our team. That's a wicked contract for Jake Gardiner. Yep, Nordstrom, Byström, Teravainen, perfect. All right, so we have $20 million to deal with. I think we can sign both Datsuk and Paul Stastny here. And we can release a lot of these other players and re-sign them in free agency. And if we run into cap space, then trade away Datsuk in free agency. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to trade him just yet, but I think I have an idea here for Datsuk. So he wants 1 year at 9.3. Now, if I jack up, yes, okay, good. If I jack up the contract length, he does lower his price. Now, he's going to retire in the next 3 years, right? But what I can do is I can raise the years so I can lower the price, keep him for 1 more year if we can, and then trade him at the trade deadline next year. Because, you know, if he doesn't retire next year, then he'll be, 92, 91, 90 overall. And if I get him for $6.5 million, another team will accept a guy who's $6.5 million, who's 90 overall still, okay? And if we need to trade him this year, then we can do it. So I think this is a good contract for him. Don't worry about the year length. We can easily still move a guy like Pavel Datsuk. Let's try to get him at a real steal here. 8 years at $6.35 million. All right, for Pavel Datsuk. There you go. And Paul Stastny, you were next. Where are you? Paul Stastny, I need you back, son. Oh, okay, this is good. This is good. He lowered his price. So it's at 6.2 before. Whoa. Ah, crap. Let me jump out and jump back in. I accidentally moved it to two-way. But he lowered his price. Remember, it was at 6.2 before. He's not only raised his years to 8 years, which is good, because that'll take him to around 36 years old. We can trade him before that. But he dropped his asking price to 6, which means I can lower it. I don't think I can lower it all the way to 5. Won't be able to lower it all the way to 5. All right, remember what I said. He's worth a good 5.5. All right, but what I'm going to do is go to 5.35 for 8 years. Actually, you know what? 5.4. This is a good deal. I don't want him to say no and then him to jack the price back up. Because then I'm going to have to go to, you know what? No, this is a good deal. 8 years at 5.35 for Paul Stastny. Okay? I think that's a good deal for you there, Paul. So Datsuk and Paul Stastny, we both tried to sign these guys. Let's see what they say. Let's see what they say. I think Datsuk will accept it. Paul Stastny, I'm kind of on the fence about. He could say no to it. Yes! All right, Paul Stastny. That is a good deal. That is a good deal for a 60-point second-line center. All right, you guys can say what you want. That is a good deal. And Pavel Datsuk signed as well. All right. And we have $8 million to work with here. So remember, we're going to have the same team. It's not like I'm trying to save money for free agency. We have a good team here. We have a better team than we had last year. Datsuk may be a little bit worse, but everyone else has gotten better, especially our goalies and our defensive core. Okay, so, yes. Yeah, we got those 2 guys signed. So now, when it comes to our best players, 1, 2, 3... Yeah, we have basically all of our best players except for Alzner for a good 3 years. Okay, and that's, so at least 2 years, and then we can go on a trading spree in that 3rd year when we need to re-sign Alzner and Datsuk and Johnson and stuff like that, okay? But at least for this year, we can keep the exact same team together, and for next year, we can keep the exact same team together. So it's pretty good. It's real good, in fact. Now, we got to fill out the rest of our team. Defenseman first. Because, what did I say? Josh Morrissey was not ready to go just yet. Johnson, Gardner, Carlson, Alzner, Schultz. I think I want Schultz back. Yeah, he's good physical category, good defensive awareness, and great discipline. Hell yeah. Perfect penalty killer. I'm getting Jeff Schultz back, all right? Just for 1 year. Ooh, he wants 3.3 for 1 year. That's okay. I'll give him 2.95 for 1 year. Okay. There you go. And Mark Stewart, I think I want back as well. Yeah, his defensive awareness is good, decent discipline, and a good physical category, another penalty killer for us. Okay, yes, I want Mark Stewart back. And he's probably going to be, yeah, very cheap player. Hell yeah, we need this guy back. 1.555. Okay, and that's taking care of our defensive core. Now we'll re-sign all these other defensemen because they're 2-way deals. Yeah, 2-way for 1 year. That's what I'm going to go for all these other guys. These guys are basically not contract guys, but injury guys. Come the playoffs, if guys get injuries, then we'll throw these guys in there. 1 year, 2-way deal. There you go. Perfect. That's everyone taken care of defensively. Go right wingers. This para guy, he can be an injury guy. Yep. 2-way, 1 year. There you go. This rookie I'm not going to re-sign. Left wingers. Kuhlman I can come back to. Penner I can come back to. Chimera I can come back to. Let's get all these, you know what? Yeah, I'll get all these two-way guys signed right now. Two-way, 1 year. There you go. Mass two-way, 1 year. There you go. Centers. Zach Hamill I want to sign. Yeah, this guy's a third liner for us. Oh my God, he wants 4.315. Whoa, that's for next year. If I give him a 1 year deal, he only wants 2.7. Man, I can't talk right now. Jesus. I think I can give him a 1 year, $2.5 million, 2.55. So I mean, if he wants 4.7 next year, I mean, they're thinking that he's going to be a real good player next year. So that's good for us. Zach Hamill, yeah, Malhotra will wait on. Kaput, yeah, I'll look at these guys as well. These depth players. Two-way, 1 year. There you go. Hendricks, negotiate. Two-way, 1 year. There you go. And that's everyone. So let's simulate one more time. There's only going to be a handful of players left, like Penner, Malhotra, and Nikolai Kuhlman. We can sign those guys again, absolutely. Mark Stewart, Jeff Schultz, Hendricks, Hillen. Yep, we got all these guys back. Perfect. Yeah, but the only thing is we only have $2.45 million or $2.415 million of salary cap to work with now. All right. So, yeah, we have to sign one of these guys. Penner, Malhotra, Chimera, Kuhlman. Let's see who we have forward-wise. 1, 2, 3. Yep. 1, 2, 3. Yep. 1, 2, 3. Where's 3? Where's 3? 3. Yep. Okay, so we're lacking some players here. We need to get some of these guys signed. We need at least 2 of them. Kuhlman, how much do you want? Kuhlman might want, yeah, he wants more than we can offer him. He wants 2.9. So we're going to release Kuhlman to free agency. Okay, all skaters. Chimera, I wouldn't mind Chimera coming back to our team. Hell yeah, Chimera. Oh yeah, and he's cheap as well. Hell yeah, get back on our team right now, Chimera. 1.250 for 1 year. And Malhotra I want back as well. Dustin Penner's probably a little bit more expensive. I want these penalty killers to keep the puck out of the net. Okay, Chimera and Malhotra, so we'll simulate up one more day. Let's see what happens here. Manny Malhotra's back, Jason Chimera is back, and Dustin Penner, will I be able to re-sign him? No, he wants $2 million. I only have 1.4 to work with, so we're going to have to say goodbye to Dustin Penner as well. Okay, there you go. We've taken care of all the players that need to be re-signed. Perfect. All right, so we were able to get back Pavel Datsyuk and pretty much guarantee we can go into the season with the team that we already have, all right? We're going to be a little bit weak on the fourth line. We do have enough players that we can put in there like 75, 76 overall, you know. We'll always have a player like that, but it looks like we're going to have a few 75s, a few 76s or 77s on the fourth line. That's the only problem. And we only have $1.4 million to work with, so it really doesn't look like we can really sign anyone. I mean, oh my God, I should have saved some money. Holy shit. Look at this free agency. You got Daniel Sedins, you got the 2 Sedin twins, you got Phil the Thrill Kessel. How could Toronto let him go? Well, that's just like real life, I guess. He's going to free agency, mark my words. And freaking Marian Gaborik, all these players. Holy crap, Phil Kessel, man. He's 26 years old, but he wants $9 million. It's way too much. All right, so I know you guys are going to have your thoughts and opinions about that. Go nuts. A few 4-star. Oh, look at all these 20-year-olds. I could sign all these prospects. And goalies. Thomas Vokun's in there. Yeah, we don't need a goalie, though. And a few prospect goalies that we can sign as well. So you guys, let me know. How do you feel about the 2 Sedin twins, Kessel and Marian Gaborik? What should I do? What should I do? I only have $1.49 million to work with here. So I'd like to sign one of these guys, but I don't see it happening. All right, especially since it's free agency, I'm gonna have to. I can't negotiate a deal. I need to overextend to make sure I get them. Okay, so I know you guys are gonna have comments about that. Go nuts! And in the next video, hopefully we can get the Year 3 season started. And I think Year 3 is gonna be a very special season. All right, boys. So I will see you in the next video.